The money hit the table with a loud thud, and everyone froze. $100,000 lying right in front of me, and the man who threw it said, "If you can serve me in Chinese, it's yours." That moment I realized he wasn't offering money, he was testing my dignity. My name is Emily Park, and I live in Seattle, USA. Today, I'm sharing a true story from my life, a story that changed how I see respect, pride, and self-worth forever. For most people, I'm just a waitress at a fancy restaurant downtown. But a few years ago, I was a language lecturer at a university in Taiwan. Teaching was my passion, words were my world. But when my mother got diagnosed with cancer, I had no choice but to return home and take any job I could find. That's how I ended up in a place where people wore designer suits, but sometimes forgot their manners. One Friday night, a man named Victor Kane walked in, a tech billionaire known for his ego. He was with a group of foreign investors, laughing loudly, showing off his wealth. When I came to take his order, he looked at me from head to toe and smirked. "Emily," he said, glancing at my name tag, "you look too intelligent to be serving food. What went wrong in your life?" His words hit harder than I expected, but I just smiled politely and said, "Nothing went wrong, sir. I'm just doing my job." But that only fueled his arrogance. He snapped his fingers and said loud enough for the whole restaurant to hear, "Let's make this interesting. I'll give you $100,000 if you can serve me," in perfect Chinese. Everyone turned to watch. The sound of chairs shifting, whispers spreading. It felt like the whole room was waiting to see me fail. For a moment I froze. That money could pay for my mother's next surgery, but more than that, I could feel the heat of humiliation burning inside me. He wasn't challenging my knowledge, he was trying to buy my pride. So I looked straight at him and said calmly, "All right, Mr. Kane, but if I succeed, you'll keep your word here in front of everyone." He laughed confidently. "Deal." The head chef handed me a menu, every dish written in Mandarin. I took a deep breath, held my shoulders straight, and began to speak, not as a waitress, but as the teacher I once was. "Good evening, sir. Tonight's special is mapo tofu, prepared with authentic Sichuan chili and bean paste. The flavor represents balance between spice and softness, strength and calm." The room fell silent. Every word flowed perfectly, tone, pronunciation, rhythm. Even the Chinese guests at his table looked impressed. I continued describing each dish: Cantonese dim sum, Hunan smoked pork, Peking duck, every one of them in flawless Mandarin. For the first time in years, I wasn't just serving food, I was reclaiming my identity and my confidence. When I finished, one of the investors stood up and said in Mandarin, "Your pronunciation is remarkable. You speak like a native." The others nodded. The silence turned into applause. Everyone in the restaurant could feel it, respect filling the space where arrogance once stood. Victor Kane's smile had disappeared. He stared at me, speechless, red-faced. I gently placed the tray back on his table and said, "You offered me money to speak your way, but what I wanted to show you is that real respect can't be bought." The investors smiled approvingly. One of them shook my hand and said, "You reminded us that true class is in humility, not wealth." Victor hesitated, then pushed the money toward me, but I shook my head. "Keep it," I said. "I don't serve for your approval. I serve with pride." That night, I walked home with empty hands, but my heart felt richer than ever before. Moral of the story: never judge someone by their uniform or position. A humble person with dignity is worth more than a millionaire without respect. If this story inspired you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Moralist. For more real-life stories that remind us, kindness is strength, and respect is everything.